Charles Woodson and Rod Woodson are two of the greatest DBs of all time, both leaving similar impacts to the generation they played in front of. And most football fans have settled on the fact that they just cannot compare these two, because one, they played different positions for most of their careers, and also both are just so great in their own rights. But in this video, I will attempt to do the impossible. I will try to get a definitive answer for who is better, using a point system I made that takes into account all aspects of their career to determine which player is of more value. But first, let's meet the players. The great Charles Woodson was known for his lockdown coverage and wide receiver-like ball skills. He played 18 years in the league for Green Bay and Oakland. He started off at cornerback, but later in his career he played safety and was a strong tackler and a physical specimen. His specialty was forcing fumbles, and frequently he was found rushing the QB. Now Rod Woodson, on the other hand, was one of the fastest players to play his position. He played 17 years for Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Baltimore, and Oakland. He had extraordinary body control, and as his career went on, he seemed to get better and better. He did what Charles Woodson also did, switch from cornerback to safety at the end of his career, and still thrived because he was one of the smartest vets. But who was the better player? Off the top of my head, I couldn't even say. So I used this point system to hopefully get to a reasonable conclusion. In this system, we have 7 categories in a bonus round, and as the video goes on, I'll be revealing what each category does. And to start it off with the simplest category of them all, we'll be taking a look at career stats. Charles Woodson played an extra year over Rod Woodson, but by far this is the closest amount of seasons we had in this series yet. So we're going to take advantage of it, and we're going to give 2 points to the player with the better career stats. Charles Woodson in his career caught 65 interceptions along with 33 fumbles and racked up 20 sacks. He also was the first player in NFL history with 50 interceptions and 20 sacks in a career. Now on the other hand, Rod Woodson had 71 interceptions with 24 fumbles and 13.5 sacks. But this category was definitely a very close one. But I gave the edge to Charles Woodson, and he gets plus 2 points for this section. Now the next category is the awards and accolades category, and neither player has a shortage of any of these. Charles Woodson was the 2009 Defensive Player of the Year and won Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1998. To go along with this, he was a 9-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro First Team, and a 4-time All-Pro Second Team. On the other hand, Rod Woodson won Defensive Player of the Year once and was voted top 3 once. Alongside this, he was an 11-time Pro Bowler, a 6-time All-Pro First Team, and a 1-time All-Pro Second Team. And in the awards and accolades section, Charles Woodson gains plus 20 points, while Rod Woodson gains plus 26 points, taking a 4-point lead. In the third category of the video, we'll be looking at championships. We will only be tallying Super Bowls as plus 3 points, so both players get plus 3 points as both won 1 Super Bowl in their careers. Now, the next category in this video is comparing the players' best 3 seasons. This is usually my favorite section of the video, but I already can tell this is going to be probably the most controversial. But Charles Woodson's best 3 seasons are his 2006 season, 2009 season, and 2011 season. Rod Woodson's best season is the 1990 season, the 93 season, and the 02 season. And the first season I chose is the 06 Charles Woodson season over 1990 Rod Woodson. In 2006, Charles Woodson caught 8 picks, also with 20 pass deflections and 3 forced fumbles. He didn't even make the Pro Bowl this season, which is kind of crazy. But in 1990, Rod Woodson put up only 5 interceptions, which is not a small number by no means, but compared to 06 Woodson, yeah, it's not getting the job done. He forced 1 fumble and earned himself a Pro Bowl and All-Pro. But overall, I still take Charles Woodson 06 season over him. And I know some people might not agree with that, because the 1990 Steelers defense is way better than the 06 Packers defense. But from an individual standpoint, comparing both of their numbers, I really think 06 Charles Woodson takes the cake. I also think 09 Charles Woodson takes the cake over 1993 Rod Woodson. And this is the best matchup we had yet, because these are 2 Defensive Player of the Year seasons we're comparing. But man, 2009 Charles Woodson was insane. He racked up 9 interceptions, 3 of them being returned for a TD. He also racked up 4 forced fumbles, 9 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, and 18 pass deflections. He was the definition of filling up the stat sheet. But Rod Woodson in his own right had a great season himself. He caught 8 interceptions, returning 1 for a TD, and also forced 2 fumbles. But I'm still giving it to Woodson. In 2011 Charles Woodson makes it a clean sweep, as I think that season is better than 02 Rod Woodson. And though a 37-year-old Rod Woodson put up some insane numbers, Charles Woodson, just 2 years younger, finished 6th in Defensive Player of the Year voting. So in the best 3 years section, I give Charles Woodson all plus 3 points. Now in the next category, we look at top 1 defenses. And while a team that Charles Woodson been on never been a top 1 defense, Charles Woodson was a part of the 2000s Ravens squad, which is arguably the greatest defense of all time. And along with his attendance, he earned Pro Bowl honors. This earned Rod Woodson plus 1 point in this section, as Charles Woodson gains no points. And for the second to last category of this video, we have the league leader category. Charles Woodson led the league in major statistical categories categories for his position twice in his career. Rod Woodson led the league in the same stats twice in his career as well, earning both men 2 points. In the final category for this video is top 3 rankings in career statistics. Charles Woodson at retirement tied first for defensive touchdowns, and he also ranked 3rd in passes deflected. Rod Woodson also ranked 1st in defensive touchdowns, and he also ranked 3rd in interceptions at retirement. This gives plus 4 points to both players for this section. This is a very close matchup, and we'll be looking at the final scores in a minute. And first, we'll be doing a really quick bonus round. And this bonus round is strictly for minuses and pluses for things I personally deem important. And for Charles Woodson, I gave him an extra half a point for being the first player to have 50 interceptions and 20 sacks in a career. And for Rod Woodson, I didn't give him any points or minus any points. So now, let's finally get to the bottom of this and see which player is better. Now, with 34.5 points, Charles Woodson narrowly loses to Rod Woodson, who gained 36 points in all. And he proved himself to be the better player. But down below, let me know what you guys think. And I'm pretty satisfied with the results. It was a very close matchup, and both players are pretty much neck and neck. But more videos like this will be coming, so make sure you guys like and subscribe and stay tuned.